at the same time. I was rushing to do Moonshiner stuff, and I was rushing to do Diamond Casino heist, and I was like, I barely did not sleep at all for like 2 days. I
Right.
was just editing videos all night, and people were just spamming me. Where's the Red Dead video? Where's the GTA video? And so I was trying to get both of them out. And what happened is the casino one was just way bigger, and Rockstar saw massive amounts of people playing that. They didn't see that much activity in Moonshiner, and I think that finally killed it. They said, we're going to add one more role, Naturalist, and then we're pretty much done. And I think that's what ended up happening. I think the casino heist, they saw all these players playing it, and they didn't see that many players on the Moonshiner update, and they just said, you know what? We're just going to milk GT Online from now on. Why should we put this effort into making more Red Dead content when we could just milk the same game we got? We got a large audience on that and just keep doing it over and over again. And so they screwed over Red Dead Online doing that.
So my my thing is I had to restart the stream here. Um, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, there we go. My thing is, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if you do, but like I come from a moral standpoint, and when you promise content, I feel like you should deliver on that. Or like you said at most, say, okay, well, we're just gonna scrap this then. We're just gonna scrap this. It's just why the let me know if the stream is better now. I don't know why it would be why it'd be buffering. But let me know if it's better. Constant, like, I'm not understanding what's going on here. They don't want us talking about the well, the connection is, I mean, we're connected. I'm seeing a little bit of error on my end, but it's saying that there's some frame drop. So I went ahead and restarted the stream, guys, but I don't know what's going on with it. But nonetheless, you can always clip this. But no, my thing is just, sorry for the distraction. I can always upload this. I can upload this after as well. My thing is just when you have such a game like Reddit Online, you don't really, that's one of one. Like, I feel like we're only going to get one of those in our lifetime, especially where gaming is heading. Like, it's not just about Rockstar Games and people think, oh, you want to take resources and attention away from GTA Online. It's like I'm part of both communities, GTA and Red Dead Online. Like, if Red Dead Online was being supported the way that it was promised by by Rockstar, you wouldn't be hearing anything from me, like in reference to GTA Online. Like, yeah, oh, it's fine now. Okay, so we're back on. The stream is good. Like pro. Like, I would say, like, yeah, GTA should have died a long time ago, just because, like, I don't know about you, but I'm not hyped for a GTA 6 at all right now, because there's nothing to be missed. You're continuously supporting GTA 5 Online, and it's like, if you would have let that die respectfully, and then you support Red Dead Online, it just makes sense. GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, because there was a gap between Red Dead Redemption 1, John Marston to Arthur Morgan, because we had that gap in between. Red Dead Redemption 2 was a breath of fresh air. I mean, pre-orders out the wazoo, but you're going straight from GTA 5 Online to GTA 6. It's like, all they care about is GTA. Like, if it's not GTA, it's not getting any attention. But from a moral standpoint, you think you would stay good on your word, and that would build up so much more hype for GTA 6, not just stringing along GTA 5 and doing the least amount of work for the most amount of profit.
Yeah, and I agree completely with you when you're saying that that they should honor their promises. The way that I personally see it is, I understand that they're a business and all, and that they have to make money, but money isn't everything, and you have to have some loyalty to your fans. You have to have some respect for your fans, because without your fans, your company's basically nothing. And just the fact that this company is willing to just throw a huge amount of its fans under the bus just to for money, to just keep updating constantly GTA Online and ignoring Red Dead Online. It's just so disrespectful to the community, and you can see exactly how this company feels about its fan base. The fact that, what is this? This is now 4.5 months. 4.5 months since the Save Red Dead Online thing started. and they have not even acknowledged it once. I'm not saying they should directly acknowledge Save Reddit Online, but all they have to do is just make a simple post on Newswire, even a paragraph. They don't even have to show pictures, and just say, "We heard you guys loud and clear. We are not giving up on Reddit Online. We are still going to make updates for it. We promise you guys we got something big coming for you guys in the summer." That's all they need to do. But just the fact that they just keep ignoring the fans like this, just people so passionate about this game, trying so badly to save this game, and the developer who does not care and just wants to milk like literally an 8-year-old game until the end of time.
Well, they did acknowledge it, didn't they? By liking a tweet and then unliking it. I mean, that kind of
I
showed that they're
guess.
aware. No, and then like just to play contrarian here, like they it shows that they know about it, which we've already known. Of course, that's zero acknowledgement, but it's funny how we know that it's like Rockstar. We know that you're aware of this. If anything, it puts a chink in their armor, at least like their integrity decreases, and then you have people, I don't know, like myself and like you, I suppose, that will not support things like GTA Plus. Will, like me, not supporting. I guess I did support if I didn't have a channel to cover it, or if I wasn't donated the money to purchase it, I wouldn't have purchased it. But they expanded the enhance, the E&E. You have people that will not shill it and will critically review it and give criticism that's needed that a lot of people won't do. But then we're looked at as like monsters, or like we don't like GTA 5 Online, or it's Reddit Online versus GTA Online. It's like, do you guys realize that this is destroying gaming in its entirety? Like this type of behavior from the companies, and just allowing it or justifying it because your channel is only GTA 5 Online. So if you say anything or discredit it at all, you now have no quote unquote income, or that dampens your interactions. And it's like, but what do you care more about? Like preserving the life of this game and having the company do what's right by it, or just in the short term making money off of it off views and YouTube? Like that I've never understood. So now we're seeing this dynamic or this interesting thing with the GTA Plus, which I haven't really spoke on at all. Well, I haven't spoke on this channel at all, where you're seeing the GTA community and like the fanboys saying boycott GTA Plus, and they're seeing, like we try to tell them, like this is going to go into GTA Online. These scummy tactics and this way of greed is going to make its way to GTA Online even more. It already has with the shark cards and paywalls, things of that nature. And then you see like with Arena Wars, like where it's a you're gambling now for, I don't know, trade prices, but you're now seeing them want to boycott an allotted time off of GTA 5 Online. And I can't help but think that we influenced that with the Save Reddit Online. But now they want help from this hashtag, like from the Reddit Online community. And it's like, but where was that same effort on your guys' end when we asked you for help and we got laughed at or criticized for it and mocked? But now you're seeing the shoe on the other foot. How does it feel?
Yeah, and this is, I'm sure you've seen it when I went on that rant like on Twitter, like well, wait, maybe like 2 weeks ago, when I was talking about like how people they were not only just ignoring the Save Reddit Online thing, but they were lashing out at it, and they were trying to slander Save Reddit Online, and they were trying to slander like the
Mm-hmm.
fans that were passionate about the game, and then literally GTA Plus comes in right then, and so like there was this one guy, for example. He posts a bunch of stuff like on my tweets whenever I talk about Reddit Online, and his like avatar on his Twitter thing is like "kill Reddit Online." That's literally his avatar. It's like it's a grave, and it's Reddit Online on it, and it's like "rest in peace." And he's doing that just to slander. He hates Reddit Online. He's slandering it. He's like, Rockstar should kill Reddit Online. And then I look at this guy's same Twitter, and this guy's like, "Oh, Rockstar's such a scummy company. They released GTA Plus and all this other stuff." And I'm like you're slandering Save Reddit Online, and like you're criticizing the fans for, you want this game to fail,
Right.
and you don't see the corporate greed in how Reddit Online is being ruined, but now you see the corporate greed in your beloved GTA Online. It's exactly that. And like the whole community, the way I see it, the whole Rockstar community, everyone, the Bully fans, the Max Payne fans, everybody, the GTA fans, Red Dead fans, everybody should have been together with that Save Red Dead
Right.
Online thing, and everyone should have united. And people come to my channel and they're like, but Professional, I don't play Red Dead Online, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. You don't need to play Red Dead Online, but at least just acknowledge that the game is not being treated fairly and the community is being treated like garbage. That's all basically you got to do. And for some people, it's so hard for them to admit that Red Dead Online is being like screwed over. They don't want to admit to it because they're scared that GTA Online is going to get less content. So secretly, the way I feel it, I don't want to get into conspiracies here, but the way that I feel is that some of these people want Red Dead Online to die secretly. That's why they're refusing to tweet out the Save Red Dead Online thing. That's why they're refusing to talk about it, because they want the game to fail. Because in their mind, they're hoping that GTA Online will get more updates when Red Dead Online is thrown out the window. But instead, it backfired on them. Red Dead Online has been killed, and instead of getting GTA Online more updates, they got their GTA Plus. So I hope the fanboys that wanted Red Dead Online to die, I hope they're happy with their stupid GTA Plus. What?
No, yeah, I'm here. I'm just giving you a round of applause. It's just so disingenuous because we just want it to be supported as they promised alongside GTA 5 Online. Never once did we say GTA 5 Online should not be supported. Never once did we say GTA 5 Online or GTA Online should die. Never once did we recognize it for what it was. We critically criticized it, but respectfully so, and just speaking the truth. So I don't understand how people take issue with that. Never once I say save Red Dead Online, kill GTA 5 Online. Never once was that a thing. Never once was it Red Dead versus GTA. I don't know if it's ignorance, just meaning not to know, or if it's just people don't care. Because how do you not see that this was going to make its way to GTA 5 Online? How did you not see that this was going to be something that we were universally trying to say that by supporting this Red Dead Online, by doing right by Red Dead Online, you're therefore preserving not only Red Dead Online, but GTA 6 and GTA 5. You say, like, how people make the argument that Red Dead Online getting supported, if it gets supported, that'd be the reason why GTA 6 doesn't come out. Just the most ignorant stuff I've ever heard. Like, it makes zero sense. It holds zero validity. That makes zero sense at all to me. Like, supporting Red Dead Online, one, they always make the argument like, well, what could you add to Red Dead Online? There's a lot of things I could think of right now, and the little things. I mean, things from emotes to the war wagon to guns. Like, oh, what weapons? There's thousands of weapons. But just
mansions also.
We're talking properties. We're talking about expanding on pre-existing roles, adding new roles. I mean, we got a lot of land. There's a lot of real estate there, man. I have made a video just 5 role-playing features, and that's over a year ago, that they could add to Red Dead Online. Live events. If you go to Blackwater, it shows a fireworks thing. You put a vessel out on the water, have fireworks go around the world universally at the same time. Like just open up the theater, like in story mode. You can go to movies in GTA Online. I don't like to keep comparing, but like it's like it doesn't take that much creativity, you know what I mean, Pro? Like, it just really doesn't. And I just want to show here, if you guys look on the screen, if from your video, and this was a video that he made on why GTA Plus benefits are useless and a ripoff or something like that. Hope you don't mind me showing this, but okay. This was a reply that someone said. They said, then don't. You and the people that constantly complain about Rockstar and everything they do, then just stop playing their games. I concur with that. I take no issue with that so far. Then they said, leave the community and come back if it ever changes. I concur. I take no issue with that. But what I take issue with is this last statement, that it's a business doing business things. Money makes the world go round. Now, Pro replies and says, this, it's good for business argument is so stupid. Not everything is about money. Sure, they are a business, but you have to have some loyalty to your fans, not just thinking about money constantly. Now, what I would add to this is, when you say it's just a business doing business things, the money makes the world go round. That's like irrelevant. But we're talking about art. Like, I make music. When I go and make music in the studio, I don't think about, oh, how much money is this going to make me? It comes from a place of creativity. It comes from a place of passion. So as a developer, I'm thinking you're making a game because you have these ideologies that you want to put onto the screen in front of us that we can then play through a controller and see your vision on screen. And that's art. You don't go and say what's going to make the most money. What's going to make the most money? Because now it's just a 9 to 5, and now you're creatively bankrupt, and you take the whole reason of even being a developer. You're supposed to be developing a game because you enjoy it. You have these ideas, and you want to create this software, this everlasting software, so to speak, that we can play on the hardware that is immersive, that is full of creation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to sound like someone that goes and touch grass, though I love touching grass, but it's like, it's not just a business. If it was a 9 to 5 working at a warehouse or working at a retail store, working at a Burger King, no disrespect, I've done all that. Then it's a 9 to 5, you go home, you do your job. This, I'm thinking people are going to work because they care, because they're passionate about a project, not just for a paycheck. You know, you see actors take jobs and they're like, I don't want any pay, or I'm gonna take a pay decrease to play this role because I care about the art. This is art, guys. It's not just a business. So stop saying it's just a business. No, this is art. It's not just a business. And the money makes the world go around is irrelevant. Sorry to kind of go on a tangent there, but it's just, I hate that argument. I hate it. This is art. You don't go and buy a CD because, or a music because, or you go and buy it because you enjoy that artist and you want to support that artist. This is the same thing. Making a game is art. It's not just a business. So I know the suits get in the way, like when it comes to, I don't know, when it's about to release and things of that nature, then you get delays and whatnot. But like, yeah, there's a business side to it, but the business should never trump the art and the creativity. I don't know.
And I don't know if you saw in that same video, there was one comment, I believe, where one guy like told me that I would do the same thing if I was like Rockstar or something like that. And I beg to differ on that because I actually have proof on that I wouldn't. But I'll send you a picture here if you want to look at this one. But this picture here, this is a picture of just my like Ace Attorney like playthrough. And so this series was like one of the most unpopular. Well, people liked it. The people that watched it liked it, but it wasn't like a very like popular series in terms of views. And I had done 40 parts of this series, 40 parts in total. The whole game from start to finish was one of the longest games I played, just because I liked this game and I was passionate about it. So even though the game wasn't getting that many views, I still played the game through it. And then some of these parts are really long, like some of them were like over 3 hours long each part. And so I did this whole series, even though it wasn't that popular, because I liked the game and I was so passionate about it. I studied like law in school, and I just loved the Ace Attorney games, and so I had a lot of fun with this series. But even me, like I took my channel in a different direction. I used to have a lot more views when I did GTA Online, and I started doing other content because the GTA Online stuff was driving me mad. I liked doing it when it was popular and stuff like that, but I was running out of ideas. I didn't have that much stuff to do on GTA Online, and I wanted to do other content. And when I did other content, I took a big hit. Like I got I lost a lot of views. I had tons of people unsubscribe, but that never stopped me. That just I just kept doing other content, and eventually, 2 years later, my channel is very different than from 2 years ago. And so, while I don't have these crazy amount of views that I used to have on GT Online, I'm happy with the content I've done. I've attracted a wider audience, and it's just all about the passion and what I like playing. And so, see these costumes that I do, and I'm always passionate about what I do. The lore videos, I put so much love into them. So when people like, I'm sorry to, talk.
Oh no, what happened here? I'm gonna get to chat here in a second, guys. I appreciate you bearing with us.
Oh, what happened?
Got disconnected. My apologies. No, sorry. Continue about the So when you switched to the lore videos, at first you lost the views, and then
So I was saying that when I switched to lore videos, like well, I started doing playthroughs. The lore videos came a little bit later, but I lost like a lot of views. I had lost a lot of subscribers, and people, I'm sure you've seen it. People were complaining to me, and just some people were being nasty to me.
100%.
But I still kept doing what I wanted to do, and what I was passionate about. And so people say to me if you were Rockstar, you do the same thing with Reddit Online. It's like, no, you can look at my channel. If I was Rockstar, I would have just kept doing GTA Online for views.
Proof
but
is
I
in the
did other
pudding.
content. I took a big hit, but I did it and I was passionate about it. And I like everything that I did. I'm very, passionate about the costumes that I make, the lore videos. I put so much love into them. And I like what I'm doing right now. So, this whole business argument isn't everything. I took a big hit because I wanted to do something different and something that I was passionate about. And that's what, matters to me is happiness. And you got to have some love for your fans too. They could still make plenty of money from Red Dead Online, but they treat the fans like garbage. It's all about GT Online. That's all it is. Rockstar has become another EA.
Rockstar is the new EA.
Yeah.
I've been saying that. Yeah, I mean, they're last of the Mohegans, and that's why. I mean, they're the last of the Mohegans. That's why we're so critical about them. And I know at one point they were your favorite game developer and publisher. And I mean, same here. The attention to detail can't be denied. Just their art style and their very immersive open world games. I mean, it can't be denied. Their storytelling can't be denied. I mean, that's changed. I mean, you look, Dan Houser left. I mean, you got things of that nature. You have things are changing. Things are changing. Just, and I know we like to get political here, but socially and political agendas, going on, and just gaming within itself is just not what it used to be. And then you have internal things going on within the company, and it's just not what it used to be, man. And we want Rockstar to succeed. We want to hold them accountable. Like I said, the way that they act, you would think that they were broke, with this GTA Plus. And it's like, I've said it before. I said that, like, we're moving to nothing but live subscription services. I mean, you see Battlefield 2042, you see these games, you see Cyberpunk, and it's like, we're basically getting games that are beta. We're beta testers. You know what I mean? It's just.
What's so weird about this is that they added a subscription service to a game that's already 8 years old. It's coming out of nowhere. 8 years later, it's still in the subscription service. Yeah, because and that subscription service shows that game is not getting the online is not going to be stopped supported anytime soon.
Right.
And so when these people come to like Red Dead channels and they say that like, oh, GTA, I blame Red Dead Online for GTA 6 not coming out. It's Red Dead's fault. Blah blah blah. No,
it's GTA 5.
It's GTA Online's, yeah. GTA Online and GTA Plus. This is the reason that you don't have shark cards, GTA Plus, and GTA Online. This is the reason that you don't have GTA 6 because. And the same people, if you notice, are hypocrites. The same people that say it's good Red Dead got screwed because it's better for business, because GTA Online makes Rockstar more money. If you look, these are the same people that are constantly saying, where's GTA 6? I want GTA 6. I want GTA 6 right now, when they don't even realize how hypocritical they are. You can take their same stupid business argument and use it against them and say it's good for business that Rockstar milks GTA Online and doesn't release GTA 6. So you can just turn that whole thing on their face right there.
Yep.
That's their whole argument right back at them. It's good for business for GTA Plus. No, I don't believe that, but I'm just using the same argument back against them.
Exactly.
It's like not everything is about money. It's ridiculous.
Principality. And if you supported Reddit Online the way that you said you would, guess what, guys? If they actually did that, GTA 6 would come out faster than if they just had part of the team working on Reddit Online instead of GTA 5 Online, all the content that it's getting, plus, I mean, not supporting Reddit Online, but I'll just say this. If we look at it as just, I don't know, very obvious. Instead of supporting two IPs, you let GTA 5 Online die off respectfully, and you support Reddit Online. And then you work on GTA 6. And Reddit Online doesn't need much to be successful. It doesn't need much content. Now it does because we're playing catch up, but it just needs content sprinkled in throughout the year to be successful. So that's 100% right. If anything, it's GTA 5 Online, the E&E, and then the GTA Plus. Oh, and let's not forget about the Disaster Edition, the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. Like,
yep.
Then there's that as well that they're putting resources into. So we get a Grand Theft Auto trilogy Disaster Edition, the E&E, which is just optimization for current gen hardware. I was calling it a remaster of a remaster. It's not even that, but we're buying it for the third time. And this is why Reddit Online is not getting any content. We get a buggy game that stops being supported, and then they say, oh, we're going to support it now, post the investors call. And then you get the expanded, the enhanced, which got delayed, and it was nothing but GTA 5 on launch. And it's like, this is why I was even more taken back and disappointed by that. Like, this is why Reddit Online is not getting any content for this? Like, 2 years ago they announced the E&E, and then you delay it for draw distance and 60 FPS. Like there's no content alongside it, so we already know that there has to be a major DLC coming to get people to be able to go over to the PS5, over to the Xbox Series X version, because you can't go and play with your old friends anymore because now your account's deleted. So it's like, it's just, now I see why Reddit Online is being pushed out to 2023, and it's morally not right, man. It's just morally not right. And with the GTA Plus, that's setting up, like, what does that foreshadow about GTA 6? You guys don't like that now, boy. I'd hate to see GTA 6. That's why we're already playing GTA 6, you know?
I'm worried. I'm really worried about the single player in GTA 6.
Oh,
I
man.
really am. I really, really am.
Red Dead 2 is the last good story we're going to get, bro.
I'm just, I wouldn't be surprised, like, because like GTA 5, while it's a decently long GTA game, it's just not as long as like GTA 4. Like, you play GTA 4?
Yes. I'm actually doing another run through right now.
Yeah, GTA 4 was much longer than GTA 5. And so Rockstar even said the reason that GTA 5 story wasn't as long as GTA 4 is because not enough people completed the GTA 4 storyline. And I was like, oh my God.
I remember that.
It's just, that was my favorite thing about GTA 4 is the story. I love the multiplayer in GTA 4, just messing around with friends before stupid orbital cannons and Mark IIs. But I love the single player mostly. I love Nico's story. I love Johnny's story. I love Luis's story. Those were fun. They were great. They were serious. They were dark, stories. But, I'm just worried that the next GTA game is like, it's going to be rushed. I wouldn't be surprised if the next GTA story is like 8 hours or so, like even less than that.
I mean, what was it? They said the only thing has been said really, other than it got restarted. A female lead amongst the, I don't know, maybe interchangeable, but a female will be at the forefront. Other than that, I don't really, like I said, with Dan Houser leaving, I mean, he wrote the Moonshiner, and that was like arguably everybody's favorite DLC is the Moonshiner update, the story alongside that. Of course, we didn't get Jessica Leclerc's story completed, but we get, Franklin and okay. But, so I think it's more going to be focused towards the live service. Like I said, Red Dead Redemption 2, that 5-year production, I think that's going to be Rockstar at its highest moment. Unfortunately, I think the GTA 6 and the segue from GTA 5 Online to GTA 6 and that whole live service is really going to be at the forefront. And I really, they did say during the investors call, he did say that Rockstar is notorious for the single player games, and that's not going to change. But they also said that Reddit Online is doing great, so their definition is kind of different than the player base. You know what I mean? So, in their perspective, so I don't really know what to expect. But I'm not expecting a Red Dead Redemption 2 by any means type of quality. They have the attention to detail, but I don't know. I especially I don't think it's going to be a lot of, because how you said why they even shortened the GTA 5 is because GTA 4. Well, when I played GTA 5 online, you'd be surprised how many people didn't play the campaign of GTA 5 and only played the online. And now that they separate the two and they're two different identities now, right? You have the online, and then you have the story, or you can bundle it together. Like, nobody's going to be buying the story anymore. It's going to, again, catering towards the kids that just want to do the online. And it's just, that's where I see it.
Yeah. And I think we're not going to see any more serious criminal storylines anymore in a GTA game, because while GTA 5 did have some criminal elements to it, like the bank robberies and stuff like that, they had some ridiculous things like breaking into a government lab and stealing some neurotoxin that was in the single player of Michael, and just some crazy stuff with like
it went Saints Row.
I mean, Merryweather at least was based on a real faction, Blackwater, but there was just some of the stuff in like the GTA 5 like single player was just, it was just, it was more for comedy. That's the way I'll say it. It was like more to like just make you laugh and just kind of keep you entertained. Versus like GTA 4 was there to keep you entertained and made you laugh at times. It focused more on its story and like what was going on. And there were some pretty dark and messed up moments in like GTA 4. Like, I'm sure you remember like the ending in GTA 4. It's like either Kate dies or Roman dies. It was just so tragic. It was so sad.
Yeah. No, we're not going to get that grit anymore. And with the cancel culture, we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna get
Oh yeah, I don't think
that type of
I don't think a
nah,
game like GTA
content.
4 would be like I don't think a game like GTA 4 would be like made today anymore because it's so
No,
much more dark than than GTA 4 and it's like I mean GTA 4 is so much more darker than GTA 5 but it's like you don't really I can't really think of any main characters like close friends dying in like GTA 5. Like I know you have that stupid kill Michael and kill Trevor ending, but there really isn't like any moment in like GTA 5 that makes you go like, "Oh my God." Like it
right.
was just
That wow
it
factor. You're
yeah.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. Um, and thank you so much gratitude to Wolfgang, Bloody Meat Sack for this $2 super chat that said, "Who'd have thought GTA 4 was the real GTA experience?" Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look back in retrospect now, it's like you could say gameplay, GTA 5 has better gameplay or whatnot, but you look at the story of GTA 4, there's not a lot that match that. And that's needed for like the Grand Theft Auto title. It's always been dark,
Mhm.
and it's always had that substance of that criminal element. We already seen Saints Row go into what looks now as Fortnite, but even before that, go so far from reality. And Grand Theft Auto has done it. GTA Online, like Rockstar has done it with GTA Online to a point because, like I said, like you can fly to the strip club in your DeLorean and then leave out the Vigilante, which is the Batmobile. That within itself, or hop on, let's say the broomstick, the Mark II. Like there's times where I just like I just want to get into my car and just ride around, but I can't do that unless I'm an invite only, which then I can't really make any money. And you know what I mean? Or I'm getting blown up by Mark IIs, or I got to go inside of a hub world that is either the casino or the car meet, and it's not grounded anymore.
You know what I'll tell you about that is I made a new character on the PS5 because I didn't want to lose my PS4 character, and I want to play as like a different character on the PS5. Where on the PS4 I was kind of like a ruthless businessman, but like on the PS5 I wanted to play as like kind of like a biker character. So I made my character look like a biker, drive around the chopper bikes and stuff like that. And me and my friends were doing like the motorcycle club contracts and trying to drive around in formation, kind of like trying to role play like a biker gang.
I
We're having
respect
fun,
it. I like
but
that.
then yeah, but then we see the dumb crap. We see like oppressor Mark II's flying around, and and DeLoreans like these Deluxos, like just flying around. And even if I don't get blown up by them, even if I don't get blown up, just the fact that I see that thing flying around next to me, like when I'm trying to role play like a biker gang, it just ruins the immersion. It's
100%.
like where is that from? Like you got a bunch of like scary bikers, like driving up, like about to kill somebody, and then somebody just pulls up in like a flying futuristic motorcycle and just blows up all the targets instead. It's like, what's the point of driving over there as a biker gang and like killing a bunch of gang members if somebody can just fly over with a Mark II and just do it in 2 seconds? It's just it ruins the whole experience of it.
It starts to you start to see that Rockstar is running out of ideas, or you start to see that, or you start to see the identity of Grand Theft Auto, just even from GTA 4 to GTA Online, the identity being lost. Like where did we? You're in this criminal New York, like, and now you're flying around. Like, have the jets, have the. I get it. Like, I don't know. Add the cheats back to single player, but like, there's too many weaponized vehicles. There's too many like Doomsday, save the world type things, and it's like it's not. When you hear Grand Theft Auto, you wouldn't imagine what you see in online. Like you said, you try to be a motorcycle club and get immersed, ride in formation, be in a post stop selling drugs, or you're being a garbage man, and it's just, and you see those type of things, or you hear the explosions when you're loading in, and it just totally takes you out of the immersion, or you get blown up. And that's a whole nother, the lack of defense on the cell vehicles is another thing. But I mean, it's just, and now you do have stuff, with the Imani Tech and stuff where they're trying to, it's a little too late for that, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
now you want to do it. Like, you should just never added the
And
Mark II or nerfed it in the first place. I remember you saying before, real quick, like, just make it to where you can only use it against NPCs. I loved when
yes.
you said that. Do that. You know what I
And the
mean?
thing is, no, that solution is perfect
Yes.
because it pretty much keeps everybody happy. And like
Yes.
there's really nobody that can complain about that. If it's only you can lock on to NPCs, like there's people say, I use the Mark II for grinding. I don't want it nerfed. Well, if you can only lock on to NPCs and cops, you can still use it for grinding. You just can't lock on to other players with it. And I don't see why anybody would really be against that solution. Because that would change a lot. Because face it, like a lot of these kids that are on these oppressor Mark IIs, I remember I saw a comment like a few years ago. I made a video on the Oppressor Mark II, and like this one comment made me laugh. And this one guy like wrote that like Rockstar gave kids godlike powers by adding the Oppressor Mark II to grief anybody in the game. And it's funny, but it's also
I
stupid at the
mean,
same time because it's
yeah.
true what the guy said. It's like any kid can get on GTA, does not even know anything about PvP, doesn't know how to play the game, can just spawn this stupid flying motorcycle. I don't even count it as a motorcycle at this point, but just flying around and just blow everybody up, and then they can just teleport to their apartment with a heist invite, wait 5 minutes for the Oppressor Mark II cooldown to end, get another one, fly it over, activate Ghost Organization, repeat and rinse, blow a bunch of people up, then teleport to their facility, orbital cannon somebody. It's like it's just such a cheap thing. It's like there's nobody's gonna be fighting anymore. Like can you imagine people
Yep.
actually like two biker gangs fighting each other like in GTA Online? Can you actually imagine that happening? It's not gonna
It's
happen.
gonna get third party by Mark II. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
somebody's gonna activate Ghost.
right.
Somebody's gonna go off the radar. It's like somebody's gonna spawn some stupid military vehicle. It's just not it's gotten away from that criminal element. And like what they did in like GTA 5, even in the story, like when they killed off Johnny, like you were familiar with the Lost and Damned, right?
Right.
Yeah, when they killed the way that they killed off Johnny, it was to me it was like spitting in the face of like the GTA 4 fans, like what they did to Johnny and like the Lost and just all of that other stuff. They made the Lost look like a joke. Rockstar violated their own lore because if you know the lore of the Lost were just they were only like what 6 guys
Right.
at the end of like GTA
A
4. Like their
small
whole
unit.
club had gotten collapsed, and they had the broker chapter, but the broker chapter got completely wiped out in that Ballad of Gay Tony mission when Luis is protecting Tony with the diamond deal and all the bikers. Like more than half of the broker chapter got wiped out in that. So the Lost are pretty much all dead. And then all of a sudden, like 5 years later, out of nowhere, they have like hundreds of guys. Like they're one of the largest gangs ever. And not only are they one of the largest gangs ever, they're so incompetent. Like these guys that were so tough in like GTA 4 and then in GTA 5, they're just so incompetent. I didn't like that. I didn't like what they did. They should have made the Angels of Death. They should have made those guys like
Mm.
the antagonists against Trevor, because the Angels of Death, if you read their website, those were some really bad guys. They were even worse than like they were much worse than the Lost. Like if you just read some of the things they did,
Sure.
like those guys were racists. They were like really bad guys, like the Angels of Death. Like the Lost were, while they weren't good guys, like they weren't racist, they weren't sexist, like they weren't like they were still bad guys, but they weren't as evil as like the Angels of Death. The Lost were just bad guys, but the Angels of Death were evil. And so they should have they should have made the Angels of Death like the bad guys. The Angels of Death, they actually have 50 chapters in America. They have a chapter in every single state, so 50 chapters in total. Those guys would have had
Oh, they're
hundreds
deep.
of guys.
Yeah, they roll
Yeah,
deep.
they would have had hundreds of guys to fight. But the Lost, just what they did in GTA 5. I'm sorry to go on this, but I like
No,
the
it
Lost
doesn't
and
make
Damned
sense.
so much. I like the Lost and Damned so much, and just what they did to Johnny, and then how they killed off Terry and Clay. If you leveled up Terry and Clay in GTA 4, like when you leveled them up all the way, they were like unstoppable. They were the most powerful NPCs in the game. And then Trevor kills them with a handgun. Just like that's really what the gun he kills them with, like the weakest gun in the game. And like the first time you see them, it was just I didn't like.
And
that.
it's like, come on, and that kind of makes me glad that they didn't do like a DLC for, well, hell, even like GTA Online. You know what I mean? How they promised it the story DLC, and then they didn't commit to that again because of the greed. But I'm kind of glad they didn't because of the lore. You know what I mean? Being broken and their intention, it wouldn't be the same. I'm kind of glad, Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't get, any story DLC. They didn't promise that like they did for GTA 5, but nonetheless, but just the level of going back to online, the level of toxicity that they create, like they literally make money off of people's frustrations by incentivizing griefing and just high levels of toxicity. That was one of the things I've noticed off the rip, and I was never able to just complete, like, I wrap my head around it. I'm like, this is so toxic. Like these lobbies are they're not even dedicated. Yep. So, and then you can't even have a crew lobby where you can actually make money. You have to be a pub, or you have to do test net type, which got patched, or you have to find a workaround. And it's just, the level of toxicity. Then you go to Reddit Online. Granted, it was worse when it in beta or something because you had all the GTA players, and but it was never levels of what GTA fanboys say that it is. I go to Reddit Online for the escapism. You know, I don't know when's the last time my moonshine wagon got griefed. Now I watch your streams, and I believe you stream Reddit Online still every Friday.
Yes, I do, and I've streamed Reddit Online every Friday for, two reasons. One, because I like having, those Friday afternoon streams because it's, everyone's getting off work or school and we just all hang out, have a nice fun discussion. And I talk about a lot
Right.
of different things. So some people that don't even play Reddit Online just come to those streams just to, talk to me and stuff. But the second reason I've been doing those streams is because I'm trying my best just to keep the Save Reddit Online hashtag alive. And I'm just like, I'm just trying my best to just save this game as much as I can because it breaks my heart. It really does. It's like when Reddit Online first came out, I was really hoping this game would have massive updates. I knew it wasn't going to surpass GTA Online, not naive, but
Right.
I was really hoping that it would have a lot of content on the game. And I was like, a few years from now, Reddit Online is going to have a lot of content and I'll be able to cover it and people will know my channel for Red Dead content too. And I was really hoping to become also a big Red Dead YouTuber, but it breaks my heart that I had all these plans and I was really excited to play this game, but they just abandoned it. And a lot of the GTA YouTubers, I don't know if you remember, the first month that Red Dead Online came out, a lot of the GTA Online YouTubers got on to Red
No,
Dead
they hopped
Online
on and hopped right back off.
and the thing, yeah, exactly. And the thing about it is, I don't want to judge anyone, but the way that I saw it is, I felt like they were getting on Reddit Online not because they wanted to play the game, but because they were hoping that they were going to get massive amounts of views because it was an ex-Rockstar title and it was open world online and people were getting really hyped for it. And then what happened was the first month after it kind of fell off, they just went right back to doing GTA Online. They just stopped doing it. And I stood with Reddit Online. I stood with that game from the start. There was not one point I abandoned the game, even when the game was at its all-time lows and had the lowest views. I still did content for it because I enjoyed it and I was so passionate about it. And I loved playing that game. I just loved the Wild West setting. I loved something different. I had these kids coming to my channel saying this game sucks. You just ride around on horses all day. There's no automatic weapons. But I liked it. I liked the slower-paced action. I liked the Wild West. Not everything has to be futuristic crap. Not everything has to have crazy vehicles. Not everything has to have automatic weapons to be a good game.
And they even sped up the reloading mechanics, the looting, and you know what I mean, from story
that was done
mode.
primarily for the kids that were complaining it was slow.
100%. And it's like this game isn't for you, but the immersion, the horse mechanics, the horse physics, the graphics. I mean, even though it didn't get optimized before GTA, even though it should, being their latest installment, should have been optimized for current gen hardware before GTA 5 Online, but whatever. That game is still graphically going to be the one that you use to compare for the next 10 years. That game, or Reddit Online, on Red Dead Redemption 2, or Reddit Online, we're speaking on, like I said, the immersion and the horse mechanics and just the different biomes that you get within the 5 states. When you said, and I felt it, and I 100% just resonate with this, it's heartbreaking. It genuinely is heartbreaking, especially when you're passionate about gaming, to see the abandonment of Reddit Online and the reason why. It 100% is. And it's fun. I was gonna say that earlier, and the way that you said it, I've never heard anybody else say it like that, because I don't think a lot of people do, but not YouTubers, have that type of passion, so you don't see it. But for Reddit Online to be neglected for the reasons that we've stated, I really don't. Do you think, not naively, but do you think that Reddit Online, I've always said that Reddit Online, just because of what we just covered right now, it has to get content. Of course it's going to be supported. It's one of one. There's no way they can absolutely neglect it. I always thought that, after they expanded the enhanced, there's going to be a long pause, and that's why the Blood Money update was so important, but then we're going to get back to it. I still feel like it's going to get updated, and I said this before on my channel, it's going to get updated, but when no one cares about it anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like they have that kind of pull. But again, Rockstar goes left, we think they're going to go right, and they go right, we think they're going to go left. But I do think that it'll be supported, but not in the way that we want. And then when it is, I think it's going to be be ready to spend all of your gold bars. Do you foresee any DLC for it, or are you just are you? I know you stream it, but like other than that, are you just kind of tapped out at this point?
If I'll tell you this, I have fun whenever I stream Red Dead Online. I have a lot of fun, and the reason I have a lot of fun is because I'm talking to people in my chat, and I'm also playing with my friends. But if I got on the game by myself, there was nobody else, I would be bored out of my mind. There'd be like really nothing for me to do. So I have fun when I play with friends. Any game is funner with friends. But like if I didn't have friends to play with, then yeah, I think it would be boring. And as for like, DLCs, I don't know. Because this July is going to be exactly 1 year since Red Dead Online has gotten a DLC. I can't picture them
Yeah,
releasing anything in May. I can't see that happening. I think May is just going to be another stupid event month that they're going to do. They've gotten so lazy with Red Dead Online. They're not even doing event weeks anymore. They do event months
yeah.
instead. Imagine if they did event months in GT Online, and imagine they gave you some crappy event month in GT Online, like double money on Arena Wars for a month. Do you have any idea how many the kids in GTA would complain?
Oh, the
It
crying
would
would
just
be so
Yeah,
obnoxious we wouldn't be able to tune it out.
yeah, and it just I think if they had another update, there's no, I'm not trying to be negative here, but I want there to be a big update, but I can't see them releasing a big update. If they had anything at all, I think it'll be something like Blood Money. It'll be a joke. It won't be a lot of effort. It'll just be something. Hey, look, we're updating the game. It'll just be that, not really anything big.
That's just that just hurts to hear. Again, shout out to Wolfgang Bloody Meat Sack. Thank you for the $2 super chat saying, how are they able to market Reddit Online as live, quote unquote, live service? Well,
I guess because it's still online and you play it online. I guess I guess maybe because the microtransactions count as some kind of service, but
right.
I guess that's maybe what they're going for. But this game has not had any kind of update, and I wish some of the investors like would have asked more tougher questions like about this, because it's like these investors, like, oftentimes they're like old guys. They don't play these video games. They don't know any of this stuff. But like I wish some of these investors actually asked some tougher questions, and even like the gaming media. But as we both know, like Rockstar's not going to give an interview to the gaming media anymore, because almost all the gaming media finally slammed them for like the save Reddit online thing.
Yeah,
But
I was pulling my hair out when I was
yeah.
listening to that. I mean,
Even that one website that did the crappy interview where they kind of sucked up to them, even they criticized Rockstar over like the Save Reddit Online thing. So it's like they're not going to like Rockstar. I can't picture Rockstar doing any more like interviews on this like anymore on Reddit Online.
I just like, I don't know, man. I could tell, like, just from the two gentle spirits that we are, the coming from a place of morals and principles. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say at this point, when it comes to other than accept that, this is what it is. And as far as like GTA Online and helping that community, like I feel like we've already done that. We already told you this was to come. You want to boycott now, and it's like you didn't have that same energy. Like I said, like, just keep that same energy when this gets happened to your beloved game that's been out for years, almost a decade. But I mean, like, I really don't. I don't have the energy to. I don't wish any ill will to GTA 5 Online. Like, I just wanted it to die respectfully. I said that even before Reddit Online stopped getting content. I said that before Red Dead Red Dead Redemption 2 was even released. I don't know, man. I'm really taken back by it all, and to see where gaming is at. And I'm not saying it's over, but we definitely tried to open up some eyes, because, like you said, people try to compare you to, or always say you would do the same thing. And I'm like, have you not been? I always feel like that's a person that doesn't watch you, because if he followed you and seen that you make, like, for moral reasons, right? You financially could have kept. I mean, you were getting massive views on GTA 5 Online, and with your guides and just even streaming and helping people sell. You're always helping. For you to make the decision for your mental health, for your mental capacity to play other games, because this is getting too redundant. I'm not enjoying myself anymore. I've been doing this for years, and then to take that short, just a little period of lower views, then to be where you're at now. I mean, that's a testament within itself. I applaud you, and you don't see that too often. People don't take them type of risks, but you did it because it was morally right. So when people
Yeah.
compare you to that, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then that's all Rockstar has to do. I mean, it's very simple. It's very simple. And to know that it's because if you look at the facts and you look at what they're saying, you look at the investors' call, like, we're not just pulling this out of our butt. It's literally laziness and corporate greed. We know that we can do
Yeah.
the like we can do the littlest amount of effort, and you guys you're gonna eat this up every time we put something like these kids. Like, again, it may be a small group of kids, but boy, are they consistent. Adults too, but it's a minority, but they're consistent with the shark cards. You know what I mean? And it's sad, man. It just really is sad, and I'm at a loss for words at this point. But so I'm glad. Like, you revisit a lot of the other titles. I don't know what you have planned after this. I don't know if you told your your supporters, your subscribers, like what you have planned after this playthrough. But I know, like, you go back and you're still doing lore videos. Correct me if I'm wrong, on
Yes.
older GTA titles. Like, what keeps you going back to GTA titles, the
Oh,
older
because
ones?
I like the stories in the old GTA games. Like a lot of people, they buy GTA games just like, explore, run around, use cheats, cause chaos. But like I actually really like the stories in like some of these games. And like I had a lot of fun with a lot of them. Like and the thing is, I did these videos like primarily like for fun, which I still am doing. But like a lot of them blew up in views. Like I really didn't expect that. Like some of them to get as popular as they did. Like I'll actually send you a screenshot if you want to take a look at this one. But
Okay.
this is like a video that I made, like a few videos that I made some time ago, just like explaining certain things, and these like just um uh these blew up. But there was the one on Big Smoke that I made. You ever see my Big Smoke video?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I did. Yeah. I did.
Yeah. So I sent you this one over. This is just some of like my most popular like lore videos. And and the thing is though, it's like, half of those are on a game that was made in 2004, and like one of them is my most popular videos, like three
Oh
million
wow.
like 537,000 views. And then the other one, why does Salvatore betray Claude? That one's approaching 500,000 views. That's from a 2001 game from like 20 years ago. And that one got really popular as well. But I really like doing these videos. I have a lot of fun because what I do is I notice that a lot of people, they play these games, they play through the stories, but they miss a lot of things because the stories in GTA games are really well done. A lot of them are really well done. Even GTA 3, I think the story is really good, even though the guy doesn't talk. But I still think like the stories are really good in a lot of these games, and there's things that people miss because a lot of these games are linked. Like
Right.
the stories between the games are linked. So there's certain things that you can catch between the games, like the Salvatore, why does he betray Claude? That goes back to like San Andreas, which like came out 3 years later. But he basically betrays Claude because CJ started working for him, and CJ was like an outsider. He didn't know who CJ was beforehand, and he trusted CJ. And then CJ betrayed him and robbed his casino. And so he met this other outsider, Claude, and started working with him. And then Claude, when he was getting pretty high up in his mafia, he got paranoid that Claude was going to betray him. And then Maria told him that they were having an affair, and so he tried to get rid of Claude. That like links directly back to San Andreas. And like that video I talked about, like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And that video I talked about why does Sweet refuse to like leave the hood, because like what I've noticed is like a lot of people like get really pissed off at Sweet in that part. Like the vast majority of fans I see, like they get all mad at him and they say like, oh, he's giving CJ a hard time, CJ did so much work and Sweet is just being ungrateful, which he kind of is being ungrateful, but people don't understand his perspective on how he sees things. And I kind of explained that. And basically it was like the same mindset that's like it's all over the world. Basically, like even in my parents' country of Poland, it was like there was people that would grow up in these really poor villages, and there was no opportunity in these villages. It was just absolute poverty. And when somebody tried to leave the village and they tried to go to the city or tried to move to someplace else for like a better opportunity with their lives, the people in the village would get all pissed off at them and like call them like a traitor and say like, oh, you abandoned the village and stuff like that, you didn't want to live here with us. They're like this, they have this attitude, you grow up poor in the village, you die in the village. That was like the attitude.
Yeah.
And like so
Yeah.
some people in America have that exact same attitude in the hood. They're
Yep.
like, we grew up in the hood, this is where we're from, we die here, we don't leave the hood. hood, and CJ tried to like do a better life for himself. He tried to like get out of the hood. He tried to go to like a different place, and Sweet just got all pissed off at him because he saw him as like a kind of like a traitor in a way. He abandoned where he came from, and so I was kind of explaining that perspective. I don't agree with Sweet on that, but I was explaining exactly his perspective, because there is character development and explains like why he feels the way he feels.
No, it's really like that in the hood. They they're with you and they're rocking with you until you start doing good, and then they envy you. You know what I mean? Or you're leaving and they look at it as you're abandoning us and you want to do better for yourself. They look at you different. How are you going to leave the community? If someone go leave and get back to community, this is different with tied in with this lore of the story, but that happens all the time in the hood. It happens all the time, and it's fascinating how you are interested in that. And like you really like dive into lore very deeply. And someone here, Grim says, I wonder if he's doing any Manhunt lore vids. Have you ever done any Manhunt lore
no,
vids?
I haven't ever played Manhunt. I want to play it one day on the channel, and it's not that I'm not scared of Manhunt. I'm not scared of horror games or anything like that. But what I am a little bit scared of is I am scared of YouTube giving me like a copy or no, the community guidelines strike.
Yeah.
Because it just Manhunt is like the most gruesome Rockstar game ever.
Yeah.
And so it's like correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Manhunt like a game where you play as like a criminal, and like you're trying to avoid all these crazy psycho people that are trying to kill you, and you're trying to kind of get out of the city? That's basically like the premise of it, right?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah. Well, you kind of take a deal to get out of prison, and you got to kind of do these executions while they're kind of like filming a movie, and they're recording, but you're actually doing real murders, right? And they're
so it's kind of like that movie Death Race, but instead of like racing, you're actually just fighting people.
Yeah. It's like snuff. Well, it's like snuff films. Like it follows. I think his name is James, and he was a death row prisoner, and then he's forced to participate in these series of like snuff kills. So or snuff films, sorry. And to earning his freedom. So like there's definitely some lore that can be obtained from that. It's just the gameplay within itself is very gruesome.
What city is Carcer City based on? Is that based on Chicago or Detroit?
That's a good question. I need to be asking you that, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I have no idea. That's why I don't know. That's why it'd be good to be.
I read some time ago that it's based on Detroit. I know it's a Midwestern city. So I'd have to look that up. But one thing that people miss is that, I don't know if you know about this, the Manhunt universe and the GTA universe is the same universe. I don't know if you know that. The Manhunt characters exist in the GTA world. So even though I don't play the Manhunt series, I know that they do exist in that world. I don't know if there's like an HD version of like, if there's like a new universe of Manhunt, or if it's like linked to the old one. But Michael specifically says in GTA 5, that he committed robberies in Carcer City before. That's what he says. And so that's the place where Manhunt takes place. So Carcer City exists in the GTA world. So the Manhunt characters could appear in a GTA game, and the GTA characters could appear in a Manhunt game. That's the thing about them. Two other universes that are also in the same one is Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed are also in the same universe.
Yeah,
a lot of people miss
that too. Yeah, no, I got that one. But yeah, that, like when you ask where is it based, that make for a good lore video. But the community guidelines though, yeah, that definitely would be
guidelines. I don't know if you're familiar. I had gotten a strike before from YouTube for community guidelines. Do you know the story behind that?
I may or I may. Which video was it?
2 years ago, it was about June 2020, so almost 2 years ago. I was playing Call of Duty World at War, which is, do you know that game?
Yes.
Okay, so Call of Duty World at War is my favorite World War II game, and it's one of the best. I think it's personally the best Call of Duty of all time. But anyways, about World at War is, do you remember the first mission in World at War when you're being tortured by the Japanese and he slits that guy's throat?
Yes.
And then Roebuck saves you. Yeah, you fight your way out on the boat. So that I uploaded that first mission. That was it, and it got like 4,000 views. So some of my subscribers remember the video. But all I did was I just uploaded the first mission, just some commentary, me playing through the first mission, and I was going to turn it into a series, just playing the other things. And what happened was, like 2 hours later, the video got removed, and I got a strike from YouTube on my channel. And they said that I violated the harmful and brutality policy. and I didn't understand what they meant specifically by that. I was struggling to understand because all I did was play
Sure.
the first mission in World at War. It's like the guy getting his his neck sliced. Was that like violating the harmful and brutality? It's a video game. Like it was like I didn't understand what the problem was there. And the thing is though, I googled that exact same mission, and there was YouTubers that were larger than me that uploaded that exact same mission. There was no difference in my video and their video. The only difference was the commentary. I didn't say anything bad in the commentary. I was just talking about the game, and it was just and their videos were up. And I tried to contact YouTube support, and I'm like, what's going on here? And the guy sent me like a list of like guidelines, and I said I read all the guidelines. I didn't violate anything in here. And then he said there are certain guidelines that might not be on the list, and I'm like, oh great. So there's
Oh, I
certain
do
things
remember you do.
that
Okay.
are not like on it was just dumb.
Right.
And what got so ridiculous, I sent YouTube support an email with like 5 different YouTube channels, and like all of those YouTube channels were like, there's some of them were smaller than me, but others were like larger than me, and I sent them like links, and it was the exact same mission I played in the game. And I'm like, listen, these YouTube channels played the exact same mission in the game, and they did not get like any kind of strike. And YouTube support replied to me, and they said to me that we cannot comment on other channels. And I said, but they're playing the exact same mission as me. And then he said, and then what was ridiculous is the guy sends me back a second email, and he says, well, if you think they violated community guidelines, you can report them here. And I'm like, I don't want to report anyone. The only point that I'm making is they played the exact same mission as me, and there's nothing bad in it. What I think they did get pissed off about is I think they got pissed off about the real World War II footage, because in between the missions, there's like real black and white World War II footage, and I think that's what YouTube flagged. That's what I think ended up getting flagged. But it's still part of the game. It's historical like footage, and it's like in the cutscenes in the game. So I don't know how you can possibly like take that out and stuff.
That whole algorithm and their support is I'm dealing with something here on the channel with the monetization. It's crap. It's just crap when you get down to it. That's a whole nother thing within itself. But yeah, it's just crap at the end of the day. But man, have you played Bully?
No, but I am a little familiar with the game. I know that one. That one's people are really looking forward to a second one.
Yeah, I'm wondering why there was always rumors again, and they Rockstar or Take-Two announced with their titles with 2K and Rockstar, just their developers, which or publishers, which there were it was 60 games over the next 4 years, and then they broke down how many of them are pre-existing games, basically remaster or remake, and then new titles. And Rockstar, I forget exactly how many games Rockstar was going to put out, but they already put out. They're closing the gap now because like only 1 or 2 more games that they can release within this 4 years. GTA 6 being one of them. It was rumored a Red Dead 1 remake, which would be a perfect segue, being a sequel to Red Dead Redemption 2, only if they would have optimized Red Dead Redemption 2 for current gen hardware. But I can't remember exactly the total number of games they were going to put out. But Bully 2 was like highly rumored to be on there, to be put out, and then that it got canceled. I mean, I believe that they wanted to work on it, some of the devs, but I can see why it's not going on now. But at the same time, while Red Dead Online is being supported, I don't see any other new games coming out, other than, like I said, GTA Online. But again, shout out Wolfgang, and Wolfgang Bloody Meat Sack says, for chats only, please drop a like if you haven't, and we do appreciate that much gratitude. We're dealing in the details with the $10 super chat saying support. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, and Professional's channel, if you don't know, which I know you know, but if you don't know, now you know, his channel is linked in the description as well. And it's actually his latest video if you want to give that a go. Speaking of that, your cosplay. Now I know, for those that don't know, is this a forever thing now? You
Yes.
cosplaying your playthroughs? Because you kind of put a stamp on that.
Everything that every playthrough that I do, I'll cosplay now.
And you said that sometimes it gets expensive, and then you were going to
Yes.
give, like, you don't
If
know
you
if you're
wanted
going to
to-
give it to charity or something, like the videos and the costumes afterwards. And I thought that
Yes.
was dope. I
So-
want to chat to know that.
Sometimes certain costumes that I've bought I actually sometimes I don't make all the money back on like the and some of the costumes that I buy on it. Some of them get a little expensive, but that still never stops me from like doing it because eventually they do. I do eventually get my money back for the costumes and like the videos. Maybe not at first, but eventually it does. It does happen. But like the GTA 5 costumes are the ones I've spent hundreds of dollars on those. Like you've seen all the Juggernaut suit, the scuba diving suit, the Special Forces suit, the bank robbers suit, the bugsters like gas mask
Hey,
suit.
that Buxers one was awesome. That looked
Yeah,
identical.
and the fireman suit that I did recently. I even did the bureau raid, that one too. Did the Trevor shirt, Michael suit, Franklin shirt. I did two for Franklin, but one of them was my San Andreas one. I brought in my tuxedo from like GTA Liberty City Stories for the Franklin mission too. Um, but yeah, I do those and I get those I try to get the costumes to match it. Some of them, but sometimes it can be really hard because like I have to research like these characters. Like I look at it, basically what I do is I before I do a playthrough of any game that I'm planning on doing, I create like an outfit for the game like weeks before I even play the playthrough, and I look at a picture of the character on my screen on the side, and I then pull up Amazon or like eBay, and I'll try to like match that outfit exactly as I can. And sometimes it can get really hard to like match those exact clothes because I don't know what the exact clothes are called. And so I'll try to like find it. But I will be doing Sniper Elite 3. I don't know if you know that game after GTA 5, and Sniper Elite 5 is coming out May 26th. So I want to do Sniper Elite 3 and 4 before 5, and I will do a costume for each one. I actually have the costume ready for Sniper Elite 3. Um,
So do you remember your very first video that you
that I
cosplayed
did
for?
costumes on?
Yeah,
Yes, I do. Technically, it was Dead Rising. Because I had gotten like a camera on my like You played Dead Rising 1?
I started it, never finished it.
Okay, but you know how the guy's a reporter, right?
Yes,
So I had gotten like a camera on my like it was a camera that I owned already, so it was a camera that I gotten like on my neck because like how Frank has a camera around his neck in the game. And so I was like, I'd have a camera around it for fun. But then I was thinking, why don't I go like, more in on this? And I was thinking, I'll do a Watch Dogs playthrough because that's what I had coming up after that. And for Watch Dogs, I was like, I'm gonna try to do an outfit that I really like. And so my first official cosplay outfit was Watch Dogs, and let me show you. I'll actually send you the link
I actually
here.
remember.
But
Yeah, do that so I can show the people. But actually remember that now, and I remember the Dead Rising playthrough that you did. So those, yeah, because it was what? Well, it's probably been years now, but only about a couple years ago.
Mhm. And about the charity thing is, I probably will donate some of the clothes that I have to charity because I don't need that many clothes. And like some of
That's
the
dope.
costumes I don't think I could. I don't. Some of the costumes I don't think I could donate to charity because they're just weird. But it's like some of the other ones, like shirts and stuff like that. I think they'll definitely take that and stuff. And so I think I'll donate some of that stuff.
Let me see. No, I thought that was. Let me. No, I thought that was cool when you said you were going to donate them. The So sometimes you said sometimes you don't even get your return in an investment right off the top,
Yeah.
but you do it because of the passion. Take notes, Rockstar.
Yes.
And did you send me something? Did you send me a?
I did send you a link.
I'm not seeing it here. Let me
I
see.
the one that I struggled to get my money back on was the Ace Attorney one, because on Ace Attorney I dressed up as
There
Ryunosuke.
we go.
On the Ace Attorney playthrough, I had his full outfit, and that one was a little expensive on eBay because they actually had his exact outfit on eBay, and I got that one, and that one took me like a few weeks to get it back on that one.
Okay, let me see here. Well, good thing you Oh, let me move this out the way. So you say you do weeks? Well, that makes sense. That way you have it, and you primarily just use Amazon.
Yeah, I used Amazon primarily for the outfits, but most of the outfits now I'll get the
It's the
money
first
back
one,
pretty
Watch Dogs.
quickly. Yeah, so uh oh, hi Chaz. Um, yeah, so I had gotten a lot of the outfits I
Oh,
do today.
presents!
I'll get the money back pretty quickly, But like back in the day, I struggled. Like back in the day, I went kind of negative with that. Like that Watch Dogs outfit, that's one of the most expensive ones that I had. Like I have the whole thing, the whole set. I have like the jacket, I have the bandana, I have the hat. I even had the shirt underneath it because Aiden had like a shirt underneath it, but I didn't wear that one until my Legion playthrough. I wore the gray shirt he had underneath too. So I went like all in with that outfit there.
No, again, I like the dynamic. I like that you're doing something that's unique that we haven't seen before, and I haven't seen it before. Taking the approach, like I said, we got Comic-Con, things like that, where people dress up, people cosplay, but to see it integrated with video games, which people mostly cosplay as, that is a dynamic that is unique. But I appreciate the originality in it. And you were just thinking about what you could do what you can do that's different, because everybody does playthroughs. You always want to do playthroughs on your channel, and you're trying to look at what, like, something that other channels don't do, or the YouTubers don't do. And I think you nailed it. Yeah, Chaz, okay, says thank you for the $5 super chat. Much gratitude. Said love your content. Keep up the good work. Tell Pro. The chat said hi. And then the professional with 1+ million subs. Yeah, that guy. We need this duo anytime any news drops for games in general. Appreciate you guys. Much gratitude for tuning in. And thank you for all the super chats. You guys are supporting, and I do appreciate that. It's as far, I guess last thing, the GTA Plus. I mean, you made the video on obviously, I mean, you made the video saying that it's obviously not a value, but do you think that's something they're looking to make money off of, or kind of just get adjusted and get us used to what's coming for GTA 6?
I think they're just trying to milk as much money as they possibly can. GTA Plus is just such a joke. Just $500,000 and then $50,000 waving at LS Car Meet. $50,000 is like a penny in like GT Online, like at this
Facts.
point.
Yeah.
And $500,000 won't even buy you most vehicles. And even if you do find a vehicle under $500,000, there's no way you're going to be able to upgrade the whole thing for $500,000.
I was trying to see how many people like actually subscribe to the service. I can't seem to find a number, but seeing even the fanboys giving it backlash, I don't suspect it to be high or be anywhere near what GTA, they expanded the enhance. Again, it's just a service, but nonetheless, theft really, but I mean robbery really. But I can't seem to find how many subscribers there are to the GTA Plus.
I don't think they're gonna release that information though.
I don't. Yeah.
But the thing is, though, the unfortunate thing is there still are gonna be people that are gonna buy it, and it's just it is just getting stupid. It's also, what I'll tell you is, I forgot to mention this, but I think you'll agree with me on this, that one of the major problems that Rockstar has is that they have like a cult following, that there are people that will defend Rockstar no matter what. And like you and me, when we play like a Rockstar game like GTA or Red Dead, like we like those games. We compliment Rockstar when they do good, but then there are people that they will just defend Rockstar no matter what. So Rockstar will do the stupidest, greediest, scummiest thing ever, and there are people that will defend them.
And they'll know that they have their loyalists. I mean, 100%. And it's sad because, and they deserve to be on the pedestal that they were, if you want to say that, because like I said, the quality was there. I know people think that they still put out quality. The game may look good, but it's not quality as far as their max potential creatively is what I'm saying. But when it comes to, you said that I lost my train of thought. You said that I would agree with them. What was the last thing you just said? I apologize.
That they have like a cult following. Because
correct.
What I mean by that is, and the thing is though, the fanboys have actually tried to slander me over this, because they've even come to my Red Dead streams and they say that, oh, you're attacking GTA fans, or you're blaming GTA fans for GTA Plus.
Where's the receipts?
Where's what?
No, I'm sorry to cut you off. To them, where's the receipts? They're saying this, but where's the proof? Where did you say this
Because
ever?
I said that I said that Rockstar is a cult following, and so they're using that to try to attack me over saying that I'm attacking like GTA fans. I have never once attacked GTA fans. I'm a GTA fan myself. Like I wouldn't be a GTA fan. I wouldn't be doing all these lore videos and all this other stuff if I don't like those games. I love them. Me and you are both GTA fans. Most of the people watching this are GTA fans as well. I don't blame GTA fans at all for Rockstar State. What I do blame for Rockstar State is the fanboys, the GTA fanboys. There's a difference between a GTA fanboy and a GTA fan. A fan is just somebody that likes the game. A fanboy is somebody that will defend GTA and defend the company no matter what, even the stupidest things that they do. And
Yep.
Rockstar, I've noticed, has this big cult following where
Facts.
people will defend them no matter what. And the thing is, not even EA has like this cult following. Now,
No.
Activision doesn't
Mm.
either. Like, do you see people defending Activision? Do
As I
you
was
see
saying, they
people
don't.
defending
Yep.
EA?
Rockstar
I
doesn't
never
get the
see
same
it.
backlash. Yep. Yep.
I never see
Nope.
I never see anybody defending EA. I never see anybody defending Battlefield. I mean, defending Activision. It's like I don't know if you remember, like a few years ago when they launched Star Wars Battlefront 2, and EA had like that scummy like loot box thing in Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the star cards. Like pretty much every single person was against that.
Yep.
I did not see anybody that defended that loot box crap.
And they
And
changed it.
yet Rockstar does this GTA Plus crap, and I would say like 85% of people or more are against it, but then you have those small percentages of people that go like, oh, it's only $6 a month, I don't see what the big deal is, or this other stuff. Like it's like oh, Rockstar has to make money, they're a business too. It's like I don't get this, why there's these people that will defend Rockstar. They don't care about you. Rockstar doesn't care about you. They want to use you for money. I don't know why people are just defending the company so much. And some people even come to my channel and they say, you wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for Rockstar Professional, so you shut your mouth. It's like people like do that. Like they literally come to my channel and say those things to me. So it's
They came to the channel, maybe a GTA thumbnail or a Rockstar game got them to click the thumbnail. They stayed because of the personality and the person. No, you're not quote unquote successful or where you're at because of Rockstar. That just happened to be the game that you used. Now, if you were still, like you're saying, being a fanboy, or not that you were a fanboy, but if you were a fanboy and you were shilling, like you were saying, this game, this corporate greed, then yeah, then maybe someone could make that argument. But the fact that you changed tracks and started playing other games and are still and even more successful, they could throw the argument right out the window. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, they like it's almost a trend just to, like, Rockstar could put out a GTA statue of Franklin for $5,000 and someone's gonna buy it just to say that they have it. Like, it's almost trendy to follow Rockstar. You know what I mean? Like it's a meme. It's a trend nowadays. So they had that integrity before. They're losing. Like I said, they were the last Mohegans, and now they're falling like every other company. People used to swear by it, me included. I don't say I swore by it, but Rockstar would, Rockstar's always going to keep their grit. They're always going to keep that be hardcore crime element. They're always going to, they're never going to be censored. They're always going to have that, what would you say, like cynicism? I don't know if that, they're always going to be Rockstar. They're not going to change. They're not going to lose their identity. And we're seeing the same thing that we saw with, like I feel like with Saints Row. Like, I feel like we're going down the same road. But with the live service and things of that nature, that's different. But it's just far as like losing their identity and changing into something else to kind of please everyone, or just for corporate greed and the pandering to always keep wanting more and more and more, whatever we got to do to get new players. They don't care about their core fan base anymore. There's a lot. I see a lot of other publishers doing this again, but I couldn't imagine like ignoring the people who got you to have the investors that you have, or that got your game to the ranking that it is. I couldn't imagine. It's us, like the hardcore fans, the ones that keep it going, or the ones that got it to the level that it's at, and just to ignore us or to act like we don't exist, or to not put out content for it almost gives me a panic attack. Okay, professional, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I don't know, man. It's so beyond me. Like, I'm not a perfect human being, but I'm just saying I would never do that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Logically, I just don't get it. But that's where we're at. And so I see why, we revert to going back to I understand why now, go back to Vice City, GTA 3, San Andreas, and go back to GTA 4, because even if the graphics aren't quite up to par and it doesn't have a 60 FPS boost, I mean, the definitive edition does, but Um, you have that gameplay, you have that story, you have that content, that rich content that isn't here anymore. I still play games on my original Xbox because of the gameplay, and it's not filled with all this crap. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Rockstar now and what to expect from GTA 6. I just know I'm not hyped for it just because you didn't allow me to miss it. You know what I mean? I don't miss GTA because it's everywhere that I go. I see it. You know what I mean? Like you didn't allow time to breathe. I don't understand why Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't get optimized before GTA. Like as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, this isn't going to be good. You know what I mean? I don't understand why Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't optimized for the PS5 and Xbox Series X till this date. Doesn't even have a 60 FPS mode. You know what I mean? That should be standard. That's one of the main things that holds it back. They said that the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 held it back during development. So now that you have the hardware, why is it not being optimized so we can play it at its, with its most potential? I just don't understand it. I mean, I know, money, but it's just like, it's just hard to see Rockstar fall like this, like you said, because they used to be, correct me if I'm wrong, they used to be one of your or you be your favorite publisher and developer.
They used to be my favorite company. They did. They're not anymore. I actually said that in my video where I talk about how they killed Red Dead Online, that they're no longer my favorite one. I don't know who my favorite developer is anymore, but it's definitely not Rockstar at this point because they just fallen so much. I did also get stressed out, like you said, and almost had kind of like a panic attack when I was just, people were being rude to me when I started doing like other content. But eventually I got through it and I started doing other stuff, and I was happy with what I had. But about like GTA Plus is GTA Plus does not have like an indicator in the game to show who has it, at least not yet.
Right.
But like my prediction is if, and tell me if you agree with me on this, if they do actually add something in the game, like in the future, where like they add some little icon when you see the people in the lobby, and there's like a little icon next to their name, it's like GTA Plus on this that shows who has it. Those people are gonna get griefed more. Is like the people that have GTA Plus. And I'm not saying it's right.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying that like when somebody sees that somebody else has GTA, they're gonna get pissed.
Yep.
And they're gonna go on over and blow them up a bunch of times. It's gonna happen.
I agree.
And I think Rockstar might have seen that coming, and that's why they got they didn't show that the GTA Plus thing. But do you know about Fallout 76, the Fallout First membership thing?
Yep. Yeah,
so Fallout First had like a very scummy thing where you were paying for more storage space, and like you were certain like credits every month, and like a ridiculous outfit. That's what Fallout First gave you. And what happened was there was Bethesda fanboys out there that were actually defending like the Fallout First, and they created a group called Fallout Aristocrats. And so they would dress up in like fancy clothing, and they would just shame the people that didn't have Fallout First. And like, oh, we have Fallout First, we're better than you and stuff. So people actually like really bought these stupid memberships, and they would show off about it. And I wouldn't be surprised that there's some idiots that buy the GTA Plus and like actually show off about it and brag about it.
No, I agree 100%. They're gonna get ran out the lobbies. And in case you guys lose, in case it get lost through translation, like what's wrong with GTA Plus? You can get everything. That like, do you not see the early access to the vehicle? Well, it's just a car. You already have it. Hebrew, why do you care? No. I know. But what do you think is gonna happen in the future? You think it's just gonna be one vehicle? Maybe some DLC gets locked behind there. Maybe some early access. Right.
I feel like the next update is going to be intertwined directly with GTA Plus. Like there's going to be something in the next update when they add a bunch of content. There's going to be something in the update that you are not going to be able to open because of GTA Plus. That's what I feel. And I took a very hard stance against this. And like I promised my fans that like when the next GTA update comes out, I will cover it. But I was also clear that if there is something that I cannot cover that is locked behind GTA Plus, I still will not buy GTA Plus, even if that means I cannot cover certain DLC. So even let's just say worst case scenario, like 50% of the DLC is like locked behind GTA Plus. I still won't buy GTA Plus.
Yeah.
Even so, even if I could get massive amounts of views covering all that stuff, I still will not buy GTA Plus because just for me, it's about the principle. It's just wrong, and I cannot support a service that I'm just so heavily against. But what I'm really curious about is I'm really curious what YouTubers are going to buy GTA Plus to cover like the stuff when the next update comes out. I'm really curious on that. I don't blame them either if they do buy it
but
because of their channels, but I don't think it's a good idea.
No, pro, yeah, no, because pro, and I tweeted about this as well, like, for whatever that's worth, right? You have the GTA fanboys and the GTA YouTubers that are saying this is not of value. They agree with everything you say in your video, everything that you articulated, but they'll say that because I'm a GTA YouTuber, it's my responsibility to buy it and inform you guys if it's of value. You can see what's in it via the newswire. You know what I mean, bro? Like, you were gonna just come out and say you were gonna buy it anyways, even if you weren't. Like, don't say it's for your supporters and be disingenuous. You just have to have it. FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
You're just you're one of them, and you were gonna buy it anyways. The argument that I find stupid as well is I gotta buy it because I'm a GTA YouTuber, and that way I can show you the content. It's like, we can already see the content via the newswire. You don't have to purchase it, so I respect that and I applaud you for that. And I'm the same way. I'm gonna stand right by it based off of morals and principles. I agree with that 110%. I find it so silly. I gotta get it because I'm a GTA YouTuber. Okay, well, let me send you a link to Pro's video.
That's also, like, when you think about it, that's also setting a really bad example, because a lot of
100%.
people look up to these YouTubers and see them as role models, even in a way. And there's the fact that it's like somebody, like, some of these kids, like, they really, like, look up to these YouTubers, and they see, like, their favorite YouTuber is, like, buying that, like, GTA Plus crap. I don't know, like, what that would do. Like, some of them would probably be really disappointed. Others would probably buy it right after that GTA YouTuber, and that wouldn't help the situation either, because Rockstar would be making more money off this greedy crap. So it's just it's
instead of making content of this is how you can get money, and like, your video is going to do more for people than these GTA shills and these GTA YouTubers, because you're showing them you don't need to spend money. Like, you don't need another service. You know what I mean? It's like what's going on with the streaming services. We're basically right back to cable. You don't need to buy the subscription service. This $500,000 to a new player, it may sound good, but let me show you what's in the game. Let me show you how much you can actually make within 45 minutes to an hour, 30 minutes if you want to speed run it via the Kyle Perico. Like, this isn't of value. Everyone knows it, but yet people are still going to buy it because they have to be the first one to cover it, this and that. And they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, Destiny is gonna arrive all the same. So the GTA Plus is nothing but robbery. And it's setting a very bad standard when it comes in regards to GTA 6 and what to expect. Even if you don't buy it, or even if you don't think that it's only 6 something, you don't think that price is gonna go up, and you don't think that more rich content, quote unquote, is going to be locked behind this. It's no different than the paywalls, except you're actually paying. This is going to be pay to win. Remember when people were up in arms about when in Red Dead you got via the Outlaw Pass, you would get ammo capacity upgrades, even though it was just regular shells, like the shotgun shells, you can now carry more in your gun. And they were saying that in the PvP modes, that's putting you at an advantage, and that's pay to win. And it's like, I feel like people just wanting to nitpick, and I kind of agreed with it. I was like, hopefully this doesn't get too carried away. But you look at GTA, and there's just no comparison. Like, people will look at anything you read it online for it not to get content, and it's like, all right, I've accepted where we're at with Reddit online. I'm like, all right, but you understand that this is gonna, like, I care about future games as well. You know what I mean? Like, this is setting a precedent for Rockstar to say, oh yeah, no, we can do this and it's fine. They're gonna eat it up. Any bone that we throw, they're gonna eat it up. So I just wanted, I wanted to get your take on the GTA Plus. It's hilarious. I mean, I just can't believe that they dropped it as soon as they did. I don't know, but we do know the massive update has to be coming for GTA Online, because it didn't release with any content, and they delayed it for 2 years.
I guess we'll see what happens with the with GTA Plus.
Yeah, that's all we really can do.
The thing is, though, with GTA Plus, it seems to me like they're gonna do this for like years. Even with this, if it's like a monthly thing, this is gonna go on for a very long time. Like, I think even, like, if we like, talk to each other like around, like, the holiday time, like later this year, I still think that GTA Plus will still be going. I still think it'll have like event months and stuff like that. And so the whole thing is just stupid as hell. It's how what more it's damn. I'm sorry. I'm just losing
No,
track of thought on this,
no,
but
that's
it's
exactly what you're right. Yeah, like that's exactly what it
five
is.
hundred thousand dollars in GTA Plus, and that's per month. And like when I first read that thing, that $500,000, I thought that was $500,000 in every day in game. And so I was thinking, okay, it was like $500,000, every day when you log in. Like, okay, it's still pretty crap, but at least that's better than a month. And then I look at it, I'm like, wait, it's every month, $500,000. 500,000, like one of the guns in the game costs like the AUG assault rifle. I think that costs like four hundred
For
thousand
yep,
dollars
yep.
alone. So it's like one gun for $400,000. So it's just you can really run Cayo Perico. And I saw this one comment on my video that was kind of stupid, where one guy like wrote, "But professional, not everybody has time to grind every day." And he was talking about me talking about the GTA Plus thing, and I literally showed him. It's like I did this whole thing in an hour. That's it. It was just an hour. Like you don't have to grind
Right.
all day. In an hour, you can make 1,500,000. It's just so you can just run Cayo Perico, and in an hour you'll get that you'll get your money for it, and you'll get triple that money. So like there's no need, and even if you get discounts with like the GTA Plus crap, you can still run Cayo Perico and negate those discounts just by getting a ton of money in Cayo Perico. So it's like I don't think there's any need to buy the GTA Plus crap. And people say I'm a new player, but even if you're a new player, there's plenty of guides that will help you out. And all you basically need to do is you just need to buy the submarine. That's it.
That's
Buy the
it.
submarine, 2,200,000, and you are good. That's it. Like literally, all you need to do just look around for some people, because there's people that are constantly doing heists. They're constantly doing Diamond Casino heist and the Cayo Perico. And even if you join with just a 15% cut, that's like $400,000 for just literally one mission. So it's like you can join a few people's heists, get your 2,200,000, buy the sub, do the heist, you run it solo with a team, get plenty of money, and you're good to go. And that's it. You don't need anything else, and then you can afford all the businesses and everything with Cayo Perico, because it's just such an effective money making strategy.
Point blank. Period. And they were just getting $1 million
Yeah.
at PlayStation owners a month before this released. You know what I mean? They stopped that, and then who knows? I mean, take advantage of it now because they probably may nerf the Cayo Perico. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Maybe they won't. But if it being that effective, that's what the things you got to look at, guys. Is like then when they start adding content, they're going to be focused around what is it going to take away from the subscription service. You know what I mean? So then your content is now once again based upon greed, not content.
Yeah.
And I just want to end with this because I know, like you, when I see you, like you're, like you said, your first playthrough kind of like online as much as a grinder and helping people, you don't seem to spend a lot. You're more like, what is the content? I like to get in a criminal-esque immersion, make money, do illicit, these I'm selling drugs. I'm kind of building my empire here, and you do it for the content because you don't, or the like the content within, like the stories that come alongside it, but not so much like you don't go and splurge and spend a lot of money. Like I know you're not really interested in cars or like buy a lot of clothing and stuff, so you're like not things you can purchase, but content as far as like story matter or let me see, things such as the money making methods. It looks like the stream is let me see, Rockstar must not. Oh, the stream is lag or buffering, so Rockstar must be hitting my stream. I don't know why it's messing up again, but I know we're gonna wrap it up here. This will be. I'd probably take segments from this and and upload it anyways, guys. I know because I know that it's been messing up or re-uploaded afterwards. But yeah, no. Like long story short is just. And this has been a long time coming, but or for us to talk, but it's just Rockstar. They're creatively bankrupt by choice, willingly, and last Mohegans are falling into this corporate greed circle, and it's disingenuous. I don't think either of us agree with it. So we just want to see them do better. It's not that we hate on GTA Online or hate on Reddit Online or hate, I don't know, whatever, GTA 6, or don't want to see it be successful. We just want what was promised to be fulfilled and be honored, because once that goes out the window and a company doesn't stand on their word anymore, we can't trust anything, So they're not the quality, they're not top tier anymore. So, but yeah, that's all I really have. I do appreciate you, man. I do appreciate your time. I really do.
No problem, man.
And I hope
I'm glad to be here and had fun talking to you.
likewise. And I really I know he just uploaded a video not too long ago within the hour of us hour or two of us streaming. So if you guys want to check out the video, you go hop right off this and go and watch his video. They just uploaded, give you something to do. You know, I know some of us got short attention spans, so but I appreciate everybody that came out. I know the stream is buffering out once again. I had to get that figured out. I'm not getting notifications on my end, but professional, thank you so much. It's humbling, man, and thank you again for being a real individual and for, you know, what I say, fighting the good fight. And for those of you guys that still love Red Dead and still play it and still active with it and like the content, every Friday, professional streams, he tweets about it. You can follow him on Twitter when he goes live to go and enjoy, you know, the Reddit Online community, have a good conversation, and just enjoy the gameplay of Reddit Online. This is what we're primarily talking about. But no, man, I really appreciate you, and I'm glad that you set examples within YouTube that you probably know that you were setting when you switched over to making other content, things of that nature, and with the cosplay and stuff. Like, you're a big deal, I guess I'm trying to say. So thank you, man. Much gratitude.
Thank you. I've always been trying to inspire people to, do other things and do what you're passionate about and what you like, and not everything, has to be about money or views. And I wish a lot of other YouTubers would see it that way too.
Well, I can see that because you going from 1 million to me from 1,000. I appreciate you coming and not looking at the subscribers or whatnot and just having a genuine conversation. That goes a long way. But yeah, I give you compliments all day. So I'll let you go and do your thing. I know you're a busy man. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, and just thank you, professional. I'll hopefully we'll have another live stream here soon, or a Hebrews cast here soon, when the time is right. Thank you, man.
Okay, I'll see you. Take care, man.
You as well. All right, guys. Much gratitude. I know the stream is a little buggy or whatnot, but I'm gonna go ahead and upload after this, anyways. I appreciate everybody that tuned in, that dropped a like, and we had to restart the stream. Some performance issue, some connection issue, connectivity. I'll get it figured out. But I do appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Much gratitude.